Okay, tell me if you've heard any of these traditional email marketing rules. Short subject lines are better than long subject lines. Don't use emojis in your emails or subject lines. Long emails do not work anymore. Don't use brackets or tags in your subject lines. Don't send too many emails or you'll be marked as spam. Always ask people to add you to their contact list. Image-heavy emails are flagged as promotional. Using all caps, spam words, and funky formatting in your emails will kill your deliverability. So, which of these rules are still true and which ones are now completely false in 2026? You are about to find out. In this video, I am breaking down some of my best performing emails right now. And I think you will be very surprised to see that many of them completely break the traditional email rules that marketers have been following for years. But instead of watching my sales and my deliverability tank, the opposite actually happened. My open rates have stayed strong, click-through rates went up, with some emails generating more than a 5 times higher click rate than our average email campaigns. So turns out a lot of what we thought we knew about email marketing is now completely wrong. And I just had to create this video to share with you what I found. Today, I am breaking down exactly what's working in email marketing right now, the data behind it, and what you should do before you send or write another email. And hey, if you like this kind of behind the scenes stuff, you know what to do. Make sure to subscribe below because I do a show don't tell video like this every single week on the marketing, copywriting, and branding strategies that are working right now to help you grow your online business. All right, now before I talk about the new email marketing rules, we need to talk about the number one reason why the rules have changed, because it is a big one. It all comes down to one very simple fact: inboxes got smarter. For years, copywriters and marketers have been obsessed with deliverability, aka landing in their users' primary inbox and of course avoiding the spam folder. Now, that is nothing new, of course, but the old deliverability rulebook sounded like this: avoid spam words, avoid too many images or emojis, avoid all caps, avoid fancy formatting, and whatever you do, do not send too many emails or your IP will be flagged. I mean, the old email game was pretty simple. Avoid spam trigger words, don't send from a sketchy IP, and keep bounce and complaint rates low. And that advice made sense a few years ago. I mean, I used to religiously run my emails through tools that would flag spam words and fancy formatting and overly promotional language. And I would tweak, test until I had a somewhat diluted version of my original email that was safe to send. Yeah, that was fun. I often felt like I was editing out all of my personality in my emails, like emojis and like bracketed sidebar comments and exclamation marks and all caps. Yes, I do write with those things, and you could probably guess that. But here's what has changed today. Inboxes today are powered by machine learning, and the machines are getting smarter and smarter every single day. Instead of following a simple keyword or rule-based filter like before, email service providers, ESPs, like Gmail, Yahoo, and Outlook are using large language models, yes, AI, to determine whether an email should in fact be delivered. They look for unnatural tone, repeated patterns, or mass-generated templates, AI-generated content, which often signals spam. In fact, email engagement is now the number one factor that ESPs use to determine sender reputation. So that's when a recipient consistently opens, clicks, and most importantly, replies to emails. If that happens, then providers interpret this as consent and interest. According to Mailgun's deliverability research, engagement metrics and sender reputation are among the strongest predictors of inbox placement today. So instead of asking, does this email look like spam like it did before, the inbox is now asking, is this an email that this person actually wants? And let me tell you, this is the best news for copywriters and marketers everywhere. Why? Well, as long as you're writing emails that people actually want and engage with, you no longer have to worry about toning down your formatting or punctuation or promotional language, or asking people to add you to their contact list. I mean, who even knows how to do that anyway? I feel that's like such archaic language that people just kept repeating and repeating and repeating in their emails. And I know for a fact that if someone said, hey, add me to your contact list, I would be like, how do I even do that, right? It's old, it's outdated, you no longer need to do that. So let's look at this example from my vault. It's an email promoting my free email storytelling workshop. As you can see, I used funky formatting and emojis throughout the entire email. I used images, and yes, I used promotional language. And guess what? It still landed in the primary tab and generated a 52.2% open rate and an 8.4% click rate. So that is new rule number 1, my friends. Write with personality. That's right. We are bringing personality back, baby, especially now in the age of AI, where so many emails are bland, generic, templated AI slop. It is time to have fun with our emails again and to stop diluting our copywriting to avoid the spam police. Now, of course, you still might not want to scream sales, sales, sales in your subject line, but you get what I'm saying. Now, okay, I get it. You might be wondering, all right, Alex, but like that's just one email. What happens when you send more emails, like a lot of emails? Well, traditional email marketing rules would advise you to not send too many emails to your entire list, right? Or else you run the risk of annoying them or running up your unsubscribe rate or even being flagged as spam, which is really, really bad. But when we started sending more emails, the opposite happened. I know, but this is extremely important, okay? So pay attention. We did not send more emails to everyone. This isn't a blanket batch and blast till the cows come home strategy where you're annoying the hell out of every single person on your newsletter. In order to make sure that the emails we were sending were emails our audience actually wanted, which remember is so important for deliverability, we started emailing smaller interest and behavior-based segments way more often than we send to our full newsletter list. Now, these are people who have actively shown interest in specific topics by maybe signing up for a related lead magnet or masterclass or engaging with a particular piece of content or taking some other sort of intent-based action. So take a look at this. In February, we sent a total of 8 emails to our entire newsletter, and our average open rate was 32.3%. But here's what is wild. In April, we sent a total of 51 emails across the different segments of our newsletter. 51. And our average open rate, 31.1%. So basically the same, despite sending 6 times as many emails. And here is where it gets even more interesting. Our targeted segments generated a 4.19% click rate on average compared to the average full list campaigns of 0.79%. That is more than 5 times higher. But it's not just the click-through rate that increases when you email more often to the right people. Reports from Campaign Monitor consistently show that segmented campaigns outperform broad email blasts when it comes to both opens and clicks, and increase revenue by as much as 760%. Remember, people don't unsubscribe because you email them too often. They unsubscribe because you're emailing them too often about things they do not care about. So new rule number 2, segment and email more often. My team and I have started ruthlessly segmenting my list, and we plan on getting even better with our segmentation in the future so we can make sure our emails are as relevant and personalized to our subscribers as possible. So segmentation helps boost deliverability and engagement because you're emailing people who actually want your emails more often. But what about getting them to actually open your emails? Yep. Let's talk about subject lines because honestly, what we found here really surprised us. So another rule that I have believed for like ever is to keep your subject lines short. Now, this advice has varied a little over the years, but generally it has been said to keep your subject lines between 30 and 40 characters because many people are reading your emails on tiny little screens where long subject lines get truncated. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense, right? Well, Mixpanel recently analyzed tens of thousands of subject lines, and they found a slight slight difference in open rates between shorter subject lines and longer subject lines, with shorter lines under 15 characters performing best. But honestly, a 27.2% open rate compared to 22.2% doesn't mean that short is always better, does it? So out of curiosity, I uploaded my own email report to Claude and asked it to analyze nearly 4,000 broadcasts for performance based on subject line length. Now, by the way, this is one of the very practical and handy ways that I love to use AI. If you want me to do a video on how I created an email marketing analysis Claude skill later, let me know in the comments below and I can show you exactly how I did that. And what I discovered really surprised me. Turns out my longest subject lines perform both an open and click-through rate. What? Yes, my longest subject lines. That is wild, right? Now again, these numbers aren't life-changing. I mean, a 1 to 2% swing isn't really enough to claim that long is always better. But it does challenge the traditional rule that shorter is better. So new rule number 3, subject line length doesn't matter. A good subject line that is relevant to the reader and generates curiosity will get the click regardless of length. So have a little fun with your subject lines, play around with them, make them longer and story-based, right? Don't think that you have to keep them just to 30 to 40 characters. One of our strongest performing subject lines of all time was looking for a copywriter to join my team. And that is 46 characters. That email generated a 52.63% open rate across nearly 35,000 recipients, making it one of the strongest non-launch, non-webinar subject lines that we have ever sent. Meanwhile, a much shorter line, I'm not mad about it, with a shrugging emoji, which is only 28 characters, generated a 34.7% open rate. A compelling, interesting, curiosity-piquing subject line will almost always beat a vague one-liner just for the sake of keeping it short. Now, let's talk about another rule that I am so ready to debunk. People don't read long emails anymore. Attention spans are dead. Nobody reads long emails. Nobody focuses. Everybody is just mindlessly scrolling around on the internet. But wait, aren't these the exact same ruined attention spans that also binge 3-hour podcasts and true crime docuseries on Netflix? What about reading entire books, subscribing to Substack, and consuming long-form content every single day? Like here on YouTube. Yeah, the problem isn't that your email is too long. The problem was it wasn't interesting enough for your subscribers to want to read it. Because yeah, it is harder to write long emails that can effectively grab attention, keep attention, pull the reader in, keep them engaged, and then get them to take action, right? It is harder. I mean, of course, it is so much easier to get attention with a 30-word email and a really simple blind call to action where they click to find out what's on the other side. But just because it's easier doesn't mean it works better. So here's a perfect example. So this is an email that I sent to my list, and yeah, it was basically a mini blog post. It was long. I didn't count, but I'd say it was definitely over 1,000 words, like easily. Yet it still generated a 43.6% open rate across more than 46,000 subscribers. And even though there was only one call to action, one link, all the way at the very bottom of this email, we still managed to get a 0.71% click-through rate. And while that CTR is lower than our average, those clicks are far more valuable than a click on a short email with a blind CTA. So what this means is that no, people don't have a problem consuming long content. In fact, I love to mix up my long content and short form content just to keep my emails interesting and dynamic. So new rule number 4, long form content still works, and it works even better when there are, wait for it, images. For years, we were told that plain text emails win, and that using images, especially too many images, can hurt deliverability. But modern studies are showing that visual emails often generate more clicks. Because inboxes are getting smarter, images and formatting are no longer a filter or litmus test for deliverability, which is really great news. If this email is something that people want and something they engage with, images can actually boost your email performance and make it perform even better better in the inbox. In fact, several recent studies have found that emails containing images generated higher CTR than text-only emails. One report from Tarvent found a roughly 42% higher click-through rate for emails containing images. When we announced the Copy Posse rebrand last year, we did something we had never done before. We sent this email that literally broke almost every single rule out there when it comes to email formatting for a personal brand. We used lots of images, tons of promotional language and graphics, multiple different calls to action, and even all caps. And yet, this email still racked in a 34.3% open rate and a 2.6% click-through rate. And this backs up exactly what I said earlier in this video. Formatting isn't what deliverability is based on anymore. Engagement is. When you can get your subscribers to engage with your emails, the deliverability gods will bless you. Thank goodness. Here's another example from my own vault. You can see the image at the top of this email is doing a lot of the heavy lifting for us when it comes to promotional language. It says, Spark is now open. Get the tools, strategies, and step-by-step roadmap you need to go from stuck side hustler to fully booked freelancer. Doors close soon. So this one email got a 45.8% open rate and a 3% click-through rate. So new rule number 5, images boost CTR in your emails. And when you use images strategically, they are really, really effective. Now, I have one more email rule to bust, and this one really surprised me when I took a look at my own data. Like, honestly, I was shocked. I'm talking about using bracketed prefix text in our subject lines, like this example we sent out to our Posse Week segment in April. I know, right? Listen, I always believed that you want to optimize your subject line real estate, like quickly, right? You want to open a loop, you want to entice people to click, you don't want to preview too much about what's in the email, and forget about using that bracketed prefix. And sure, that makes sense for a general broad interest email. But because so many of us are on so many email lists and so many different segments, it really got me thinking. In certain circumstances where we know someone took a positive intent-based action to receive specific content from us, let's add a prefix to the subject line to say to our subscribers, hey, this isn't a generic for everyone email, this is for you. And would you look at these open rates? And listen, we even tested our theory. We used a bracketed prefix on one of our list-wide newsletter sends, and sure enough, the strategy wasn't as effective if it's used broadly or generally, because it's not the tactic of using the brackets that make it work, right? I feel like the old era of email marketing was all about trying to game the system, right? If your subject line was the perfect length, if you used no spam words or emojis or images, and you got your formatting just right, you could absolutely win. But really, none of that matters anymore. The new era of email marketing is all about personalization and relevancy. So new rule number 6, personalization wins every single time. Sending relevant emails your audience actually looks forward to. And that is exactly why I created Inbox Income, my email marketing mini course. In it, you'll get over 400 email ideas and proven campaign frameworks to boost your income all year long. And it's only $27. You can check it out by scanning this QR code or by clicking the link in the description box below. Now, you guys, please give me a thumbs up if you found this video helpful, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. Until then, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. Before you go, if you liked that video, make sure to check out this one next. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you slowed down and stopped and took a good, hard look at your business, like from the outside? No, not your to-do list, not your content calendar, not even your open rates or how many